Hi everyone. So, nutrition today. Nutrition is a big topic, and I believe one of the most controversial, if not the most controversial ones in our world. Well, at least in our world of health and well-being those days. It also, I believe, is one of those topics where actually potentially it really does make sense to look into on individual base, just because I think there is factors, some of them we can control, some of them we cannot control, that are very personal to us, and that really come to play when it's about how to nourish our bodies best. Now, having said that, I'm a strong believer there's two things that are very general, and that if we all were to follow only those, we would really do our bodies and our health a huge favor. And those ones I would like to share with you today. The first one is linked to the what to eat and what to drink. And there, I think if we all were to just try to eliminate or at least minimize the amount of processed foods that we're taking in, it would be so good. You know, this is talking eating your fruits and veggies instead of drinking a juice. Eating your pieces of meat or chicken or fish instead of eating cold cuts and sausages, if you are a meat eater, that is. And then, you know, eating cooked whole grains instead of any processed like cookies and breads and things like this. And the list goes on and on and on, but I think you get what I'm going after. Then maybe also think about like just cooking yourself more, just because this eating out is usually more expensive and you just don't really know what's in there. And then drink water only. That's one of my big ones, and you can find like other videos about that. But I just really think we should not drink, especially, you know, sugars and stuff like that. And in general, actually, I believe we should just eat our calories instead of drinking them. So that's the what. And now the second big one, and I believe this is one of the ones which is potentially worth talking about more, just because I think we can all get lost in the what to eat and just forget about that one. And that is about how we're eating. So this is where mindful eating and things like this come to play. And we're also, like, I believe it's tougher to do this because, you know, you really have to change behavior to eat more mindfully. So that's potentially, if you're interested in it, one of the other fields where working with a health coach can be really beneficial. But again, now, like if I talk about the how, I'm mainly talking about listening to your body in regards to what it really wants to eat before just, you know, doing the same old, and like just reaching for the easiest solutions to eat at all times, just because it's really good to change things up and to give the body what it really asks for at the very moment. And then the second one there, and this is something I talk to my kids about like pretty much at all meal times, to be honest. And this is sit down to eat and take your time to do it. Fully focus on it. Try to not do any things while you're eating. Eat slowly and chew well. Because this is one of those, and I'm talking out of experience, I'm one of those, or at least used to be one of those, that I would just like, eat like this and chew 3 times and swallow, and afterwards I would be bloated and like just not feel good, no matter how good of quality the food was that I ate. So sit down, take your time, because this is something that not only your body and your digestion deserves. I believe this is also huge for our minds and for our mental health. Why not just taking those meal times 3 times a day, or maybe you have a couple of snacks in between. Take that time and just slow down. We have so busy days and so busy lives in general that maybe we could use the necessary meal times we all need to eat in the end to just pause. How does that sound to you? Reach out if you want to talk more about it, or else enjoy your meal. Bye.